Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to re-record what I like to call the Keepa Intensive. Now, this video is going to be a little bit longer, so rather than bore you with anything else, I'm going to jump right in. Keepa.com is an incredibly powerful tool. It can do a lot of things for you. Now, we're going to get into the very basics of it, and then we're going to dig in a little bit deeper so that we can make some wise purchasing decisions. Now, the first thing that I would suggest that you do is keep your eyes on the front page of Keepa. On the front page, the URL looks just like this, but if you type in keepa.com, this is what will come up. And what you're going to see is the news. So we can see that on October the 10th, they added a currency converter, which is extremely helpful, especially if you're doing cross-marketplace flips. That's incredibly advanced, but it is possible, for example, to buy on Canada, sell on US, buy on US, sell on Canada, and even buy in the US and ship to Europe at a profit. They've also included some improved offer details and so on and so forth. They update this. A lot of times it's about once a month, but you can see here February to August had about a 4-month break between updates, but they are coming more and more frequently now. They seem to be adding a lot of data and a lot of new features. So the second place you'll go to is the deals. Now, this is where you can find items that are priced really low and then flip them. You are able to show all. So right now, based on the new third-party FBA, 20 to 100% off, minimum rank 1 up to 250,000, and then I have this sorted by sales rank. You can see all of the discounted products by third-party sellers. I can switch this to Amazon themselves. Amazon has a bunch more that they have discounted from 20 to 100% off. You can flip these around. We can go by percentage. You can see that this Nashville Sessions went from $1,300 down to $10. And there's lots of cool things to look at here. Now, you can take the time to go through these and find items that are good for flips. You can do this manually. You can do it with tactical arbitrage, whatever you'd like. You can also find stuff that maybe you're just looking for to have. There's some great deals to be had in here. There's a great one right there. If someone in your family needs some of those, or if you want to flip these, this would probably be a pretty daggone good flip. 247 typically goes to $19. Looks like they're trying to get rid of these. Sales rank stays solid. I'll show this on Amazon real quick. See, this is a prime pantry item, so that actually doesn't work, but that's okay. As you go through those, you'll learn more and more how to find them, how to spot them, and then how to act on them. Now, Keepa does a whole lot more. You can track items, so you can see my tracking overview. I only have one item being tracked currently. One of the great things here is you can see that my desired price is $25. It'll tell you what the current price is. You can see the price change since my last visit. And I have this. We can update the desired price. Update the existing tracking. I can track this down or up. And then start tracking. You can also do this inside of Amazon itself with the Keepa extension, which everyone should have. You can import public wish lists, and this will tell you where your recent notifications are. Apps. You're going to see the Keepa browser extension here. You'll need to click on this guy right here if you have Chrome, this guy if you have Firefox, Mozilla. This is Opera. Please don't use Windows Edge or Internet Explorer or whatever it is. Just don't. Now, data. Here is where we get into some really crazy stuff that Keepa is doing. Let's look at this product viewer. You can load up to 100 ASINs here to see all the Keepa data. You can add 100 here. You can also upload a list of 100, a list of 100 UPCs or EAN codes, and then you can pull back the information. Okay. I don't have any ASINs handy at the moment, but let's go in and find a couple here. Let's go to toys. All right, we'll check out Space Sand. Oops. And there we go. We can see all the information about it, the current rank, the 90-day average, the rating, how many reviews it has, the last price change, and so on and so forth. You can also export this list. You can configure the columns, all kinds of great stuff that you can do right here. Now, Tactical Edge is easier to read, so I would suggest that you look at that section first. However, if you want to load a list of ASINs, you can find a bunch of data, including the category, the subcategory, the UPC, and all of that information. Bestseller lists. This is a great place to find the top 100 bestsellers in a category. Now, I would imagine that this is going to go deeper as time goes on, but right now they have the top 100 sellers in each category. You can look at all of the data that we showed you, or I showed you in the previous screen. They pull a ton of data, and you are able to, excuse me, you're able to export this if you want. So if you wanted to export this on a daily basis to run it through tactical arbitrage, or if you want to use this to, here would actually be a really good one if you can. It's not priced right yet. We can see it's at $34.76 for this Legos Advent calendar, but I can guarantee that closer to Christmas, it will be much higher. Let's see, $44.99 for the third-party sellers, and it will probably go up from there. You can do that in every single category. And then we have the top seller list. The top seller list is a lot of fun. You can see that there are the top 1,000 sellers here. You can see who uses FBA and who doesn't. You can see their seller ID. You can see the last 30 days, how many reviews that they have gotten, and how many total reviews that they have. Now, one of the ways that I would use this is export it, or you can actually, let's do last 30 days. Okay, so we can see PharmaPacks has gotten a huge number of reviews in the last 30 days. They do use FBA, not on all their products, but on some. Anchor Direct is a PL producer. They do private label products, and then Declutter Store. So what you can do is they don't use FBA. So you could actually open these guys up. We can take a look at the seller overview. You can see their metrics. You can see their storefront information. And then you can actually export this data. Now, it's only going to give you a certain amount. It's not going to give you all of it. But let's take a look here. So it's going to give you the first 101. Now, what I suggest you do is you actually go back to Seller Metrics and you show this on Amazon. And then from here, you can right-click on the page, go to Storefront Stalker Pro and grab all ASIN from this seller. And you're going to grab up to 1,200 of these items. Okay? So lots of cool things you can do in there. Now, that is just some of the things that a lot of people don't know about that Keepa will do. So now let's actually go in and take a look at a Keepa graph and kind of break it down so that we can see what happens and how to make a decision. So I'm going to pull up an item that I used the other day, Stranger Things Monopoly. Now, let's find it on Amazon. Here we are. Stranger Things Monopoly is a really great example of a Keepa graph. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let's go check this on. All right, let's actually go look at this on Keepa itself. Okay, so we're looking at this on Keepa. This one is really, really interesting. We're going to look at all. It's only been there for 12 days so that they've been tracking it. We can see back here it only had 2 offers, and it was up to $65. Now, I got a few more offers, and we see that the first sale came in, okay? Right around, it might have been 60, it might have been 58. It's somewhere in there where the new sale happened. And then it climbed in ranking. Not a lot of action on it, probably none actually. And then we can see here the new offers got up to 9. The price got down to $50.99, and we get a sale. Okay, so we can see the market has really kind of decided this is the price point they want. Okay, we continue a little further. We can see that it's starting to get a review. Some more sellers are popping on and staying at 9, and we're getting a buy box. We're getting some more traction. We can see the sales rank has gone down, and the price is coming down even a little bit further. Okay. Sales rank is staying pretty solid. It's going up a little bit, but the price comes down again, and we get a little bit of movement in that sales rank, probably enough for at least one sale. And then now we're up to almost 20 offers, and we see the price has come down to $34.99. Now, that's not what people are buying it at. That purple line is the new sellers. So it's anybody who's selling it. This person at $34.99 might be charging $13 shipping. So the price is not 100% accurate. But up here, we've got the FBA sellers at $53, the buy boxes at $53. The third party fulfilled by merchant is at $49.45, and we can see that the item is moving at these prices. And that's while the number of offers continues to go up. See a little price spike again. And this is continuing to move. You can see that sales rank is going down. The price is staying somewhat solid. There's a little bit of price erosion here, as you can see by these buy box prices going down a little bit. You can see that the new sellers are coming in at $29.57. The number of offers continues to go up, and you can see the price is moving down a little bit more, a little bit of price erosion, and so on and so forth. Now we can see that up to today, there's 83 offers. There's an FBA seller at $38.96, buy box at $36.52, and we can see what has happened over the past 12 days as the number of sellers has absolutely skyrocketed. So this is a perfect example of an item where you want to think about whether or not it's something to jump into. This is a product that's hot, so everybody and their sister is going to get in on it. The price is going to erode as people want to get their money back faster and faster. But this is something that may increase back in price if the demand stays where it's at. We can see this demand is absolutely just crushing it. I mean, it's ranked 2,700 today, so it's selling a ton of units, and it's selling at a profitable price based on what you can get it at. Not a ton of profit, but there is some, and you're going to move a lot of units. So that's another thing to think about when you're really examining a deal is, am I going to sell through a ton of units to make $5 or $3? You know, this wouldn't be very hard to prep and pack. It's a regular box. You just throw a FNSKU sticker on it and send it into Amazon, and it's good to go. Or you might want to hold out and wait till the price goes back up a little bit closer to Christmas as the demand outweighs the supply. Okay, so we can see this is a perfect model of what the economy does, or what the market does with supply and demand. Supply goes up, demand goes up, prices come down a little bit, but they don't tank. Now, if we saw the supply go up, but the demand stay level up around here, we would see these prices shoot way, way down. Okay, so this is really something to look at, really something to understand before you make a purchasing decision. Now, while I say that, I don't want you to get bogged down in the details and get analysis paralysis. One of the problems is we can see so much data that we then don't pull the trigger because we're unsure. So this is probably something that I'd probably pick this up if I could find it at a price that's profitable. And with the current sale that's going on, I could probably get this for around $14, $15. I can see the buy box is at $42.95. So I know there's money to be made there. If I can get this at $17, I'll calculate this. Oops, sorry, had these backwards. There's $15 in profit there, okay? Now, what you need to think about is, this is a hot game. A lot of people know about it. That supply may continue to go up. We can see since yesterday. Let's see where it started yesterday. Since November the 1st, it went from 39 offers to 83 offers. So it hasn't gone up. 50 sellers haven't quite jumped on it yet, but it's pretty daggone close. So these are all things that you want to take into account for when you're making a purchase, whether you're doing retail arbitrage, if you're doing online arbitrage. Look at the price history. Look at the number of sellers. Look how quickly the number of sellers is coming on. Look at the demand versus the supply. We can see that the demand of this particular product is going nuts, which is probably going to be good. But if the demand is not there, but the number of offers is, it's probably something you want to stay away from. Now, the other thing that you really want to pay attention to with this number of offers is you want to see how many people are actually competitive. So if we go over to the Amazon listing itself and we look at the used and new offers, and I'm going to look at just the new ones. All right, so you can see this $38.96, but it's back ordered. This one is in stock, but it's not prime. More back ordered. not prime. So you've got someone who's on page 2, realistically getting the buy box. Back ordered, back ordered. Here we go. This is the person getting the buy box. $42.95, 2-day shipping. They're in stock. Okay? So this person is on page 2, still getting the sales on these. So this is something also to pay attention to. You want to see how many are back ordered, especially when there's a ton of sellers on an item. You also want to see who's actually getting the buy box. You can see that right now you could get the buy box at $42.95, and that's even over sellers who are shipping this item for almost $5 cheaper. Okay? So hopefully that helps a little bit. I want you to let me know what questions you have about Keepa. I will dive into Keepa a little bit more and show you some other things that it can do in some other videos, but I don't want to let these videos go too long so that I don't lose your attention and you don't lose your focus while watching these. So let me know what questions you have in the group. We'll dig a little bit more into Keepa over the next days and weeks. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Talk to you soon.